This is a board from Thomas LT. It's called the Xenox 7.5, but there wasn't really a whole lot of inspiration for this one here. I think the design is a little bit more simple and old school, and I'll show you guys what I mean. It's kind of interesting, just because it did give me like a nostalgia kick. It's going to be about $320 plus shipping. And then you can upgrade to a gold PVD stainless weight. Should be interesting. Now, this is gonna be more of a foamy build today. The intention is to use foam. I did ask the designer what he prefers as his build, and the intention seems to be foam. I do believe this is a flex cut 1.2 mil PCB. I can already tell you, so two things. First of all, there's nothing wrong with an intentionally foamy build. I think the only thing I do wish that comes out of this is the designer maybe giving us some option for 1.6 mil PCBs with no flex cuts. The only reason I say that is because more options for custom keyboards are better. But I know this is an in-stock product. So, all right, and here's the box. It's actually kind of a cool box too. So this was sent to me. I'm not sure if I can keep the board or not, but this is gonna be a sponsored review. I'm obviously not gonna hold back from my thoughts or opinions on this. We are going to keep in mind that this is intended to build with foam, so we are going to build with at least some of the foam. All right, so we got some foam here. So it looks like they're giving us some bottom foam and some mid-plate foam. Actually, interesting, no PE sheet? I'm surprised. And then we have our 1.2 mil PCB. So this is going to be a 75% by the way. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of options on this. Not that I expected a bunch. I'm finding PCBs, hot swap PCBs lately are a little bit hit and miss with flexibility on how much we can actually do it. I would love to see more options on the PCB. And here's the thing, right? Like flex cuts, preference, all preference. I would like to see some more options, at least for like a 7U spacebar, split backspace. I'm not too pressed about the flex cuts personally. Maybe an option like I mentioned at the beginning of stream. It would be nice to see an option for a different PCB or maybe an alternative one sold. I would say this is pretty standard fare for what I've seen from a lot of boards for flex cuts. Again, would love to see other options there, but yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's hyper aggressive because I've seen ones that are actually even worse. Would be nice to see some other ones. And then we have a PC plate. I actually quite like the tabs on these. I don't mind this one here being under the spacebar, only because this should be pretty flexible because it's PC. Now the board. So the board's a little bit old school looking, but it is a nice color. It's a bit of a darker navy. It's not as saturated as a navy as I might have thought it was. And I actually don't mind this particular shade of navy. Sometimes navy is just too blue, but I don't mind this one here at all. Yeah, it almost has a bit more of a purplish tint to it, I guess. If I had to look at it, for sure. I agree, wholeheartedly. Pretty sure this is considered the Nautilus one. Unless, I don't know if the designers in chat right now wants to correct me. Yeah, it is a nice color. Let me actually get my keyboard out of the way here so we can actually focus on the color of this without the purple changing our viewpoints here. Now this is a prototype unit. There's gonna be some dings and scratches on this, guys. I was already told ahead of time, so there's some things there. There's some anno hook marks where the daughter board's supposed to be. I think there's also one small flaw with the prototype unit, which I believe is the daughter board might be a bit of a tight fit. So we'll see. And then there's our side profile. I actually really like the side profile here. The side profile is fun. I think they did a really good job on making it not feel too simple and gave it some character. I don't know how you guys feel about that. And then we have the seam continuing to the back, which again, I think makes the board look really classy and high end. I also like how they're using the different tones of the bottom piece to shine through even the USB-C cutout. Looks good. And then we have the bottom. Now the bottom is not as visually interesting. I would say probably the weakest part about the design about the board. My suggestion here would be to carry on some of those cuts and actually make the bottom a little bit more visually interesting opposed to really flat. That would be my suggestion, which it kind of looks like the designer already did. I would love to see these kind of just funnel into the weight piece. Now, is the bottom going to be the make or break for this board? Not really. Let's be real here. Most people probably won't even look at the bottom of the keyboard. But no, the side profile genuinely looks good. I even like how it carries out to the front too. Yes, all sides should look premium, especially because it's a premium product. Again, I like everything else. I think the weakest part for me, even this is nice too. I don't even mind how they put this little logo on the top for this little blocker area. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more on the bottom. Bezel width is uniform for the most part. I think the bottom has a bit of a thicker bezel. All right, now we can start building the keyboard. This is gonna be 320, and I believe Thomas can confirm. Again, it says it's gonna ship out in 7 days, but I'm assuming this is gonna be an in-stock product. We are looking good for this. Now let's open up the case. Okay, I like that. Two-piece, it's a 3-piece design with a weight. You know, from a value perspective, it kind of makes the $300 price point feel even better on top of it being in stock. All right. Now, I don't necessarily care for this. I'll show you guys this next part. Not the end of the world because so many brands do it, but just as a call out, universal PCBs make the best, or daughter boards make the best daughter boards. I like universal parts because if this ever dies, and let's just say goes out of production, then you're, shit out of luck. Would like to see universal parts here. Now, I have to be careful apparently putting this in. It's apparently a tight fit on this unit. All right, let's put some gaskets on and assemble the board, see how it sounds. This is just a good mounting style. It just works. Because now we have everything flexing nicely. We'll put in the bottom foam afterwards. Let's just leave it like this for now. All right, let's close this up now. These are very compressed silicone pieces. We're having to put a lot of pressure to close the case, so it is squishing down some of the silicone. I do see it's a little bit squished in some areas to the point where but if it's not a big deal if using the thin side down. Oh, is there a direction with did I mess that up? I didn't realize there was direction. Oh, you're right, there is a direction. Totally didn't see that. Some of them aren't in the right direction here. Probably the ones that, okay, you're right, Thomas. My mistake, guys. There's a bottom side and a top side. All right, now the gaskets don't squish out at all. Perfect. Now let's put this together. To use Firefly, my beloved. That does look good. I love the color of this case. Okay, maybe Firefly is not the perfect match for it, but the color of this case is gorgeous. Actually, the side profile is really nice with the keycaps on. Damn, I want to see more of this particular anode color. I'm just going to put them on top of where the normal feet would go, just to have them there. I know these are not the right feet, but I'm just going to make do with what I have for right now. Let's see how this board sounds now. I already love these alphas, I'll tell you that much. Love these alphas. I might have to remove the spacebar gaskets. The spacebar I'm not the biggest fan of right now, but we're going to see if we can change that up with just removing the gaskets. The mods sound great. I'm going to get rid of the gaskets on the spacebar. I'm also going to switch the switch. I think it's the gaskets on the spacebar here. Yeah, it feels almost like... Spacebar kind of feels too flat for some weird reason. Let me just make sure everything's okay with it. Love the alphas though. And the modifiers besides the spacebar, fantastic. Maybe it's just something, maybe the switch is bad switch or something. 1 second, guys. Is it Pocket Nixie time? Well, I don't know if it's Pocket Nixie, but I'm just gonna switch it to a different... Oh, hold on a second. Does that sound better to you guys? I think this screw head's too thick and it's actually impacting the spacebar. So unfortunately, one of two things is happening right now. Usually this isn't a problem because I've seen this done before. I think this is a bit, obviously this is flexy, right? So this is flexy here. And what's happening is this is going down a bit, too much, and then hitting the screw head. I think the better solution to this would be just to remove it from under the spacebar and then move it over here, or use a thinner screw head or make it countersunk. I think just using, yeah, exactly what Weish just said, the easiest fix, if units can't be changed, just get a thinner screw head. This is actually a pretty thick screw head. But because this is so flexy, it's probably not doing this any favors at all. And it's causing this to just bottom out on this. Cut a notch in your spacebar, or you could just do that too, I guess. So my solution here is just literally swap the screws. Probably the easiest. I think the ultimate in solutions though is move this point to here and here on the sides, or even just in between keys so it doesn't impact things as much. Now, I still want to take out the 2 gaskets just because I want to see how it sounds. So let's go open this guy up. Yeah, I do appreciate all the flex that goes into this. I really like these alphas. These switches are fantastic, and I think it's doing work with this this plate combo here we got going. Really like these alphas a lot. Okay, I wonder, I'm also going to test the rest of the switches around the screw points as well. Make sure they're not impacting. Although I think the rest are fine because they see a little bit less. Actually, maybe not. Well, let's see. They're still hitting it. So I think the screws, see how it's impacting? It's not, I don't think I have a great way, but if you press down in it, you can see it naturally, like it's getting stuck on this screw. So I think we do have to make sure that those get to be thinner screw heads. Now let's put this back together and see what it sounds like. Yeah, same thing with that. Not as harsh on the smaller keys here, but still there. I liked it actually better with the gaskets. I'm gonna put the gaskets back in. And then we'll try the bottom foam too. And then we'll do a final sound test. A little too much noise happening now. Plus it doesn't feel any different. It feels exactly the same, so. Definitely a little bit more foamy now with the bottom foam. Okay, so I think I preferred no bottom foam. I do want to try a different spacebar though. Maybe the tactile spacebar is a little bit too aggressive for me, or this particular switch is too aggressive. Believe it or not, I'm actually not opposed to mixing linear and, is this the roller switch? Let's try a roller switch. Linear and tactiles together in one board. See, like, I think that sounds fantastic. Okay, let me try cherry. Really, I don't think it sounds that dead. It's a little bit more low pitch with the roller switch, but I don't think it sounds dead or lifeless at all. Alphas are awesome. Modifiers are awesome on this board. I think spacebar seems to be the only finicky thing we've been experiencing. What the hell is going on with this switch? There we go. We were locked in there, huh? All right, let's get a cherry linear just so we can do some testing. Yes, I agree. Once this screws get changed on this board, we should have a more consistent sound. I mean, the cherry sounds fantastic on this. Definitely has a more foamy sound. So you have to be aware of that if you're interested in this board. I'm shocked by how loud this is. All right, so overall, the sound signature is definitely foamy leaning. I don't think this would sound very full if we decided to go no foam at all, so I'm glad we went with foam. It's also designer preference to go with foam here. I still do think the spacebar sounds a little bit glassy. I still think it has some character, just a little bit glassy. We're gonna go over some stuff I like about the board and don't like about the board though. And it's all gonna be nice constructive feedback. There's nothing gonna be tearing down anyone here. I love the way this board looks. I think it looks great. I do think the back could use some more, or the bottom rather, can use some more embellishments. I think it looks good. The ano color on this, very good. I think the ano is beautiful on this particular unit. It looks great. I actually do like the recessed badge here too. I actually think it adds some character to the board. I believe the website shows a different render for the board. Yes, the website shows one where the badge is attached. I would like to see the renders update it. I almost feel like it's a need to update the renders. Now, I do like the way the board sounds overall. I think it sounds great. I think the spacebar is the only outlier where I'd have to see it screwed in properly. It sounds good still, but I think it's going to be one of those space bars where you have to use some specific switches due to just it being a flex cut and 1.2 mil PCB, and also you're locked into PC. So spacebar is the only real outlier, but it's not bad. It's very adequate. The alphas are phenomenal. The modifiers, I mean, these sound great to me. Even the arrows sound great. I like the mounting style. The mounting style is good. It's a very simple mounting style, but it works. I like it a lot. The mounting's good on this board. I like it. I like the gasket socks here. We'll call them socks. I don't think you even need to adjust any of them. I think they work good on their own. So the socks are great. I like them. What I don't like is where the screw point is underneath the space bar. So screw point, or we'll just call the screws for case enclosure. It looks like Thomas already said it's going to be addressed. Thinner screws, so thinner screw heads. The daughter board, right now the way it sits, I do not like at all. We'll talk about some of the other options too. The daughter board in its current formation squishes the diode against the aluminum. And I think the intention there is we're just supposed to let it be squished. I think that could cause damage in the long run, and someone's going to do it so where it's too tight and then crack the diode, and then it's not going to work. And then you're going to have to, you know, as a vendor and then also as a customer, like reach out to someone, and then vendors would have to replace parts and it costs you money. The solution here is just redo the daughter board. I gave some solutions during the stream where you can put the USB-C on the other side. It's going to need to be redone regardless, in my humble opinion. I wouldn't even bother redoing the case. I think the daughter board is the thing that can be changed. What I would like, and a call out for every designer, is try to use, and this is not a mission critical thing. This part here I don't really like have a huge say over, just because some designs require different designs of parts. There's unified stuff. Go with something unified, go with something universal. You know, I think that matters a lot too. Layout options are something I always implore people to put in. We don't see them all the time though. It's easy to open from the top. I know it's still a hidden screw design, but it does it in a way where it doesn't make you kind of like jump through hoops to get everything disassembled, which is nice. I guess there is some other ways you could have done this, where it could have been screwed into the bottom, but I don't know all like the design constraints there. For what it's worth though, I think the design here is pretty good for 3-piece. Oh, the gaskets being black I don't think is a major thing, but gaskets being black, you can kind of just a smidge see them here. Again, I don't think it's like super mission critical. I don't think it really matters too much, but just a piece of advice, like just to make things look a little bit cleaner. But other than that, I think this is a fun little project. I really like the side profile. The side profile is fantastic on this. I like the use of all these different colors and cuts on the side profile here. It gives it some visual interest for sure. I really like that. You guys have a good night. Love you guys. See you guys very soon. And bye-bye, everybody. Good night.